jumping in for the first thing is, this had to be ridiculously fun for you to make this movie. Or am I wrong about this?
It was, what a chore this was. No, this was so fun. You know, I had no pressure on me. I'm just playing this CGI character. Chris and Tessa have to, you know, step into the shoes of Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones. That's a lot to live up to. I didn't have to do that. I just showed up, had fun, goofed around with them, went home. This was a blast.
How much, you're obviously very funny. How much is everything scripted for you, and how much is it sort of like when they cast you, they're sort of expecting you to add a little bit of what you bring to the table?
So the script was very funny, and Pawny was very funny in the script, but they sort of asked me, you know, we sort of worked together to figure out the specific nature of this guy, his points of view on everything, and then we did what was scripted, and then we did improvise a lot. We always were trying to find stuff, and Chris and Tessa loved that too. So even their lines, we were just always trying to see what we could come up with that, you know, felt in the moment.
Completely. I have a few random questions I'm going to throw at you. What TV show would you love to guest star on?
What TV show would I love to guest star on? Well, Always Sunny in Philadelphia, I really, really love. And I even know those guys. And I don't know how, you know, I keep being like, hey, so this year, is that going to be like a Pakistani guy who comes in for an episode? And they're like, no, not really. No plans for that. So I would love to be on that show. What else? There's a couple. I love The Good Place. That's a show I really love. I'd love to be on that. There was another one, but I can't think of it right now.
Do you remember your first movie or TV show crush?
My first movie or TV show crush? I think, you know, it might have been Sigourney Weaver in Ghostbusters. That's one of the first ones I remember. Or maybe Sigourney Weaver in Alien. Or I think it might have been Sigourney Weaver.
I understand.
Yeah.
I'm sensing a trend.
Yeah, the trend is Sigourney Weaver.
Right. By the way, you can't go wrong with Aliens in any way, shape, or form.
No.
At all. What movie have you seen the most?
It's either Four Weddings and a Funeral or Casablanca. I think it's Four Weddings and a Funeral. Or the first Ninja Turtles movie. Those are the three. It's either Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, because there was a summer where I watched it every day, Four Weddings and a Funeral, or Casablanca. It's one of those.
It's an interesting three mix.
Yeah, I think it's different stages of my life. Actually, Casablanca and Four Weddings are not as dissimilar as they seem. Ninja Turtles is very different.
I've heard a little bit.
Yeah.
What was the last...
That movie's dark. Raphael is in a coma in a bathtub for like a big chunk of that movie. Nobody talks about it. They're like, he's in a coma. Let's put him in a bathtub, see what happens. He'll come around.
By the way, it's amazing that the TMN, that those characters have transcended generations.
Oh my God, we can't get rid of them.
Right, it's
Not that I want to.
Right, it's
I love Donatello and the gang, but I mean they really have been around.
I already got to go, but just real quick, what was the last thing you were really obsessed with?
Fleabag. I just watched the new season of Fleabag, and it blew me away, and it made me excited and upset.
I understand. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Congrats on this. I hope it's a huge hit.